Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Third Spin, Too Fast for Vowels. We are here at the spa day. We're going to have our nails did. We're going to have our ears waxed, and our nostrils shall be stylized forthwith and judiciously. I am very attractive, and with me, as always, is the producer of Sweatin' for Jesus video workout series and the inventor of the Cruciflex exercise system, Michael Magus. That was the long intro.
You kind of broke me, honestly, when you started talking about nostrils, because I had to tweeze my nostrils today.
Well, everybody's got to do that at some point.
Indeed. We're here for round 3 of 3D Speed from Spa-Francorchamps in lovely Belgium. And home of Eau Rouge, the most morbidly named corner in all of professional motorsport. Because it's River of Blood, basically. And we're racing around here.
Spleen juice?
No, it's not. Currently, Andrew Warden on the pole position by a long shot. Andrew Warden is quickly becoming the new Mike Stockman. So, there is that. So we ride with Robert Arzumanian. I'm going to have to relearn how to pronounce his name because apparently there was an A-N there that I was just ignoring the whole time.
We'll call him Zoomy Boy.
Zoomy Boy!
Oh, Zoomy Boy, the engine is roaring.
I knew you were going to go there.
From Watkins Glen and all the way over to the Dakar Rally.
Mm-hmm. Here comes Thomas Dagg, who is slowing down, so it looks like he's abandoning this lap. There's Jeff Wentworth. We pick up Andreas Lasudis. Andreas, that is the wrong livery, sir. What's going on?
Yeah. He's colorblind.
Andreas, you're supposed to be running the Silk Sheets custom livery. Actually, I think he is using the Silk Sheets custom livery, so this is going to take some investigating as to why that is being shown up incorrectly. The possibility is, Martin, you once again don't have the livery pack.
These are very possible statements.
We'll find out.
Is a tragedy that should have never happened. And to all those affected, I want to say, we are deeply sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry.
Edgar Arezia coming to a close here. Everyone getting their last laps in. And I will pull up the standings here so I can give you the rundown. And we're doing this without a track map because it's Spa. I should know the corners by now.
I have a question about that.
Go ahead.
So all these corners named after dead dudes?
No.
Well, all of the corners that are named after dead dudes.
Okay.
Do they have to be buried under those corners, like haunted?
No.
I think that should be mandatory.
That should be mandatory.
You want a corner named after you, buried under the track.
I mean, I'm trying to think of a corner. I mean, there is at least one corner that is named after a dude who died at that corner.
So I thought they all were.
No, most of them are not. Most of them are just kind of famous people who happen to be dead.
Oh.
Gilles Villeneuve, the Villeneuve chicane at Zolder, is the only one that comes to mind that the person the corner is named after is actually where that person died. I can't think of any others. But there are probably
others. I think it should be mandatory that you die on the corner and be buried there immediately.
That could be the case. Andrew Warden leads the championship by 16 points over Tommy Cogan. Silvio Cortese is in third place, followed by William Murrah and Brandon Baker. I don't think Murrah or Baker are here today, so the top 5 might look a lot different when we get done with this. In the team's championship, it is Silk Sheets Racing. That is Andreas Lasudis, Andrew Warden, Thomas Dagg, and Antonio Santos lead the way. From Malanga Pele's Bar, which is Benjamin Adamian, Juan Borji, Matthias Seitz, and Silvio Cortese. And then it is Lambro Racing, Don Belanger, Leon Bork, and Christopher Becca. And currently in the bronze category, it is Benjamin Adamien leading by 20 points over Christopher Becco with Edgar Arizia in third place. And then in the silver category, it is Dave Nelson with a paltry 2-point lead over Michael Magus with Jake Keckley in third place.
The toughest of kicks.
Keckley took a 2-point penalty at Silverstone for the wrong livery, so that is hurting him right now.
What I would recommend is if you don't have the right thing to wear,
so
just go naked.
I think I can confirm our problem with the liveries. Martin doesn't have them because I'm noting that all 3 Silk Sheets cars are not showing correctly, so he does not have the Silk Sheet racing liveries. By the way, you'll note a new livery to the grid. Myself and Josh McLaughlin are no longer sporting the factory Honda liveries, which were very drab and very boring because they were gray. We are now Up Garage, yellow and black.
Your favorite.
I was going to say,
from the Steelers.
I'm setting you up here.
His favorite livery in the world, yellow and black.
You can see the two of us there in the center of your screen there.
The St. Louis Cardinals.
Cardinals, any team that calls themselves Cardinals and use yellow and black as their colors really probably needs to rethink the name.
I think that the Cardinals should steal the Orioles color scheme and not explain anything to anybody. And never make a comment.
I'd be fine with that. So
and they're
getting ready for the half formation lap through La Source. Everybody get moving. Here we go. People blending in. Oh, Lord. 2 cars on top of each other. And they're similarly colored. This is very weird.
It is mating season.
It is mating season here at Spa. What is going on here? A lot of slowing down going on. Let's get this up to speed, lads. This is why I don't like the widget. Starting technique. Anyways, Warden leads us away with Dom Belanger, Thomas Dagg, Silvio Cortese, and Marcel Letelier, your top 5. The Nissan in the top 5. Nice. And we are off. Heading up towards Eau Rouge for the first time. Warden going side by side with Belanger at the front of the pack, but nothing really coming out of that. Top 5 are, I think, in the same order, except maybe Wentworth has pinched Marcel Letelier for 5th as they go side by side onto the Kemmel Straight. In the background, a number of cars making their way through. Big gap forming in the middle of the pack. I wonder what happened at Eau Rouge to make that happen.
Deletion of several cars.
Possibly. Thomas Dagg going side by side through Les Combes with his Aston Martin rival Silvio Cortese, who does get the better of it and moves into 3rd position. Warden's still leading from Belanger, then it is Cortese. Oh, Hernan Filippini is off. Problems for Hernan. Oh boy, one of the Lamborghinis came into that caution zone hot. Nothing really happening, but probably ill-advised. As Filippi goes side by side with, I'm assuming that's Andreas Lasutis that he is fighting with.
Punch him in the knees.
And Lasutis didn't get through at Puyol. I thought he was going to. But the Lexus failing against the Aston Martin. Never mind. Got the job done. And also looking for a way through is the McLaren 720 of Max Simmons. Oh, Filippi goes aggressive. And somehow keeps the spot because Simmons ends up very wide and actually is going to lose a spot to one of the other Aston Martins there. I'm not sure who that is. My apologies. I think that's Benjamin Adamien. Indeed, I can confirm it is Adamien in 16th place as they go through the timing gate. Big movers at the start. Robert Arzumian up to 26th place and Simeon Naku to 27th. They started outside the top 30. So that's very good by them. Looks like they took advantage of maybe some carnage. And Jeff Wentworth is at a problem because he was battling for a top 5 and now finds himself in 7th. Josh McLaughlin, a good start. Oh, sideways. One of the Iron Lynx Ferraris got turned over the nose of Dave Nelson. I think that is, I think that's Neil Sutherland, but I'm not 100% sure. Andreas Lasutis battling with Josh McLaughlin over 12th place. And one of the Lambro racing cars getting turned around at La Source. All kinds of carnage going on right now as Andreas gets the better of Josh through Eau Rouge and Rayon. McLaughlin with a bit of a track cut there, but doesn't take advantage of it, so he will avoid any penalty, although may have used up one of his track cut allowances.
I just have to say that I think it's inherently unsafe that corner is made entirely out of rayon.
You know what it was? That wasn't Jeff Wentworth battling for the top 5. That was
Might have
Dan
been.
French. Problem is their two liveries look very similar. And they tend to be very close to each other in the pecking order, so it's a little confusing. That is Dan French in 5th place, and Wentworth back in 8th. Actually making some progress forward.
It's all gone Wentworth.
Wentworth!
Wentworth!
So that is still Warden leading by 1.8 seconds over Blanger, Cortese, then Dag, French, Letellier, Martinez up in 7th. Good to see him having a good race. Followed by Jeff Wentworth, Takis Weeks, who has returned after a race away, and Leon Bork, your top 10.
Bork.
Also in the mix there, Eric Mahoney, who is right on the back of Leon Bork.
Eric the Baloney Pony Mahoney.
Apologies to the gentlemen who do not have their liveries, such as Thomas Dag here. It's all Martin's fault. You can blame him.
I think the real question is, do you like Dags?
Do you like Dags? Who doesn't like Dags?
Communists.
I feel like communists don't really have a view on Dags.
Well, I think the traditional view of communists on Dags would be that everybody should have one equally.
There you go.
Maybe
so
it's fascists that don't like Dags.
Well, no, that was a big thing with Hitler. I like Dags.
Oh yeah, he did. Fuck. Everybody likes Dags.
Everyone likes Dags. That was my whole point.
Got hot Dags. Hot Dags are good.
Jeff Wentworth, Takis Weeks in the mix here with Martinez. Martinez has fallen back a spot, so maybe a mistake there from the 720. And in the background, you can see, whoa, we go on board with Takis Weeks. Giving a little bump to Martinez onto the Kemmel Straight as they are all going around. That is Dan French, I think, who has headbutted something, judging by the open bonnet, and has hit some problems.
Bonnet, just look at it.
So he is flying backwards through the field to 9th place for the time being, and that'll soon be outside the top 10, I think. So I think Bork and Mahoney will get past him. But problems for Dan French. Don't know if it involved Marcel Letellier. Don't know if it involved Thomas Dag. Not sure. They seem to be fine. So maybe a solo accident. Maybe contact with another car. Rather small field today. I think only 35 cars taken to the grid after 2 40-plus grids early in the season. As Leon Bork in the background is trying to get around Dan French, who's putting up an excellent fight. But I think Bork's going to get that job done. I think Eric Mahoney will probably also follow him through in the Bentley. Oh, Max Simmons.
Whoa.
Getting out of shape.
He was pushing it to the max.
He was. Cost him a spot to Dave Nelson.
Michael, I have a serious question for you.
Okay.
Do you remember the 21st day of September?
I do.
Well done.
Max Simmons running in 17th position. He had a really, really good run at Silverstone, picking up a 6th place result. And is actually off to a pretty good start this season, 13th at Kyalami. So, interesting to see him back here in 17th place. One of the Lexuses is off the track there. Hernan Filippini going through, as well as Benjamin Adamian. And the Mercedes of Dave Nelson. So that'd be Andreas Lasudis who was off at the bus stop. And the Simtech car of Hernan Filippini coming up to Leon Bork. Bork's fallen back. So I wonder if Bork has gotten involved in something. Because he's behind Josh McLaughlin now. And for a guy who was fighting up for 9th place to be back down in 12th position after having a pretty good gap is a bit weird as one of the Lexuses mobbing someone on the Kemmel Straight, and Hernan Filippini getting past the aforementioned Leon Bork into Lake Home.
Sorry, what did you say about camels?
Kemmel Straight.
Camel strength? Is that like horsepower?
That big, long straight is called Kemmel Straight. I don't know why.
Oh, camel straight. I thought you said camel strength. Like, is that like horsepower? Or like
I mean,
donkey?
honestly, that could be something for the Dakar Rally. Instead of horsepower, it's camel power.
We're replacing all of your nomenclature with new things to be more accurate. So instead of horsepower, it'd be really great if you could just refer to it as donkey thrust.
Donkey thrust.
Just just get with the times.
Mule kicks.
No. That's not quite as funny.
So it's a very tight group here, back from Josh McLaughlin in 11th all the way back to Dave Nelson in 16th. I think Max Simmons will probably join this group as well.
And henceforth, he shall be known as Josh Galoshes McLaughlin.
Somebody moving very slow up ahead. I'm not sure that is. Maybe Eric Mahoney in the Bentley?
The baloney
It's a
pony.
red car, and Mahoney's Bentley is predominantly red. But he is scrapping with Dan French, who was moving slow earlier on. It looks like Mahoney actually is the one overtaking French, so it's French that's lagging, and French is heading into the pits to get his pit stop out of the way. No pit window in this race, so anybody who picks up early damage is free to get into the pits very early. Although this long pit lane makes it very hard to predict. Oh, contact! One of the Aston Martins gets spun by Leon Bork.
Daddy likes collisions.
Yeah, you do.
Can I request that the pit window be open from 1 minute after the race starts until 1 minute before the race ends? Which means anybody who gets sabotaged early, fucked. Anybody who gets who runs out of gas, fucked.
I mean, that is how the pit window usually works. So the pit window usually centers itself on the halfway point of the race. And if you get rammed into damage early, you're pitting out of sequence. And if you have to make a late splash and dash, it's the same thing. So usually the pit window does screw you over if you get into early contact or if you miscalculate your fuel.
But what happens if you miscalculate your fuel right off the hop and you can't even make it a minute into the race?
I would question what you were doing at that point, because I don't know how you would make that mistake.
I would not question what they were doing. Clearly instructs.
I mean, I've never had that problem before. I have definitely started a race with qualifying fuel in the car and been like, oh, crap. But even qualifying fuel is usually good enough for like 3 to 5 laps. So to have only about 30 seconds would be a bit weird.
Yet hilarious.
And hilarious. Thomas Dagg under pressure from Marcel Letelier, who is showing off strongly in the Nissan right now. Godzilla is back. They head into the bus stop chicane.
Again and again.
It's actually been one of the few tracks where I think the Nissan really can be a top level car. I think its characteristics do suit Spa quite well.
I mean, the real question is, which is better, the Nissan or Comic Sans?
I mean, Comic Sans will be around forever.
Clearly.
Ayrton Arsenault on the tail of Max Simmons, and they are trailed by Michael Magus and Simeon Naku, which is an old school ESR 3D Speed rivalry, renewed for the first time in a while. Those two have had many battles atop the silver standings, as Arsenault goes down hard into the inside of La Source.
Somebody has penetrated the boundaries of Arsenault.
Didn't get the job done. Simmons just cut back and overtook him again. So, nothing good going there.
Wow, they're trying really hard, sir.
They are trying really hard, and I like that move. La Source is a good overtaking spot that sometimes is underutilized, as one of the cars is off the track, and one of the Hondas is going very slowly. That is Josh McLaughlin, going very, very slowly, which makes me think he had contact with Eric Mahoney, because it was Mahoney's Bentley that was off the track and is falling down the order. So Arsenault up to 12th, and into the top 10 goes Benjamin Adamien in the bronze leading car. So we're here about 13 minutes into the race, and it is Warden leading from Boulanger, Cortese. Letellier is now ahead of Dag. We missed that. Jeff Wentworth up to 6th place. Martinez, Weeks, Adamien, and Dave Nelson somehow in the top 10 after being as low as 17th place. Good work by him. Dag getting back past Letellier off camera there, back into 4th place. You were recommending something.
I'd recommend you learn how to say the name Villanueva, but that's just an observation from your stream.
Yes, I don't know why I was having such a hard time with that.
I thought you were having a literal aneurysm. Anybody who wants to see that, go into Mio Dreads. Is it twitchtv.com/Mio Dread?
It is indeed.
Go check that VOD from Tuesday, September the where's the calendar?
21st.
Correct. Your boy says everything except Villanueva, and it's like he's having a slow motion stroke, and it's quite funny.
You were having a good time with it.
I spelled it out phonetically for you to help you out in the chat.
I know how to say it. There was a Toronto Raptor with that exact name.
He's like, whatever, disregard. I'm better than that.
There's an MMA fighter with that name, actually.
There's a bunch of them.
Well, there's one in the UFC currently, is more what I was getting at. Ike
the Dream Smasher.
Wasn't that was Villasenor?
Oh, yeah, it was Villasenor. My bad. Not to be confused with Villa Jr.
Villa Jr. Simeon Naku still on the chase. Also missing his custom livery. Martin, what do I pay you for?
I don't know. But, alright, top 5 MMA nicknames. The Dream Smasher. Top 3, easily.
It's up there. I really like it. I think you're a bigger fan of it than I am, but I definitely am a fan.
Well, everybody's just like, I am the Nightmare, I'm the Pitbull, I'm the Assassin.
There are definitely a number of very overused MMA nicknames as Diego Alonso holds off Christopher Becco through Lake Home.
But there's only one Dream Smasher.
There's probably another one if we're being honest, but I can't think of it right now.
But that would be a poor imitation.
Anyone with assassin, various dog breeds are overused, specifically pit bull, but there are some other ones that are also
bulldog.
Yeah.
Somebody picks up
the assassin. I think I said that already, but that's definitely the most used.
Yeah, you've said it 3 times, and you could say it 5 more times, and you would not be overemphasizing how overused that nickname is. There's even a dude named the Assassinating Pitbull. I swear to God.
That is the ultimate in redundant nicknames.
Amazing.
So we look a little further down the order there. Daniel Hernandez, Diego Alonso, Christopher Becco, and Ian Ouellette, some of the top bronze drivers in the series this season. And a number of pit stops occurring as well. Hernan Filippini and Zachary Martinen. What was that?
You call that man Ian the Omelet?
Ouellette.
Oh, my bad.
It looks like Scott Johnston. I think it's Scott. It might not be Scott. I apologize if it's not Scott. It looks like he may have messed up his pit stop because he went in and apparently has not served his pit stop. So, not sure what's up with that. That's going to hurt him. Leon Bork into the pit lane. Not surprising. He's been in the center of a lot of action today. Pick up Simeon Naku. Still trying to track down Michael Magus. He's in the Honda Sandwich with Josh McLaughlin right behind him.
Fonda ain't got a motor in the back of her Honda. Anaconda.
I love that. I love that
traction.
I love that angle, that camera angle up Eau Rouge. That's a very nice one as well.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna go right up Eau Rouge. Yeah.
Andreas Lasudis fighting with Mark Sutherland too wide on the Kemmel Straight.
Sir, gentlemen, no fighting in the war room.
Ayrton Tobin cuts Ayrton Arsenault, pardon me, cutting Lacombe.
Which is French for the comb. Martin can back me up on this one.
Well, it's lay, so actually it'd be these cones.
And okay. And I would be remiss to not mention that Martin will be changing his nickname to Le Grosse Potate.
So we're in the phase of the game where we're kind of waiting for the pit stops to shake out, see where everyone is. Everyone's just kind of trying to make up the ground they can, make their strategy the one that works, as we are not too far away from halfway. Magus running in 13th place. He's made up a couple of spots, started in 21st. Some of that might be pit assisted, though.
Could be.
As he is trailing Ayrton Arsenault heading towards Blanchiment.
Also, on a semi-MMA tip, did you see the fucking shit show that was Conor McGregor's first pitch at whatever baseball game it was?
That was really bad.
Oh my god. That pitch is so indefensible, it looks like he doesn't have a leg to stand on.
Simeon Naku gets alongside Magus, and Josh McLaughlin and Arsenault are like, fuck this, we're going in the pit lane. But Naku, at least for now, will continue to have to look at the back of the yellow and black Honda. We ride on the rear bumper, well, not the bumper, rear window of Guillermo Martinez, the Carbones McLaren 720S.
What's this about a beer window?
The beer window really should be a thing.
Yeah. That's a drive-through liquor store, right?
Tackus Weeks.
Please pull up to the beer window.
Side-by-side action, Simeon Naku, Michael Magus. Not the best camera angle for this, but okay. Looks like Magus has got this, heading into Lake... Oh, no. Late move. Little bit of contact. Oh!
Ding!
A lot of contact.
Put him on the wall!
Magus hangs on to the spot. Could see that maybe heading towards the Sewarding section.
Mike's gonna rat you out, and you deserve it because you're the worst.
I'm not going to. I'm saying he might. I'm not reporting it. I am not reporting anything that is 50-50 my fault. I don't want the penalty. I don't want the penalty. Jack will throw the book at me.
And you deserve it.
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes, yes. Not all the time.
Your boy's guilty of at least 32 war crimes, but we're not talking about that right now.
Little physicality through the cones, and the Honda stays ahead of the Aston Martin. Kind of an interesting thing here. A little side note here. Red Bull currently used to use Honda engines, and Aston Martin was one of their primary sponsors. So, the Red Bull connection here between Honda and Aston Martin. Bunch of cars in the pit lane right now.
And they're all on fire.
Emian, Hernandez, Picha.
This is where you
Zoomanian.
Call. Hey, Picha. Hey, the Peach is back.
The Peach is here.
Peter Piper picked a Picha, and I don't know. I don't have anything else.
Boulanger in the pits, Dag in the pits, Wentworth in the pits, Martinez in the pits. As we pick up Marcelo Letelier working his way through a particularly vigorous run through Radion. Third place. The Lexus is there in the pit lane. As well as, I think that's Jeff Wentworth.
Wentworth.
Dave Nelson up to 6th place. Max Simmons up to 5th. History tells us Simmons will be one of the last ones to pit. We'll see. It's Robert Arzumanian rejoining the race.
It's pronounced Arzumayan?
Arzumanian is how it was. There's an extra AN that I never realized was there when I was told his name originally.
And whomst of his fault is that?
I mean, it's either my fault or Tom Waz's fault, because I'll have to go dig back through the conversation to see if Tom Waz gave me the right name or not, but probably mine.
Damn it.
That being said, anytime I get the chance to blame Tom for something, I'm gonna do it.
Do I have to call Wayne Hutchinson about this?
It is kind of a Wayne Hutchinson moment. So, 10 cars yet to pit. 11 if you count Johnston, who had the weird thing where it looks like his pit stop did not count. So problems there for the 519 Lamborghini group.
The Lamborghini, then, sir.
Yes, the Lamborghini.
It's all I can think about anytime somebody says Lamborghini now.
I don't blame you.
It's
I don't
Michael
blame
Caine in my head all the time.
Yep. Marcel Letelier splinting in the pits there in the Nissan. Not sure who that is that we're looking at from behind Silvio Cortese. It is a lapped car. I think it's Jeff Wentworth. 22nd place. No, it's Dan French. Again, I'm confusing the red and black Mercedeses.
Are you colorblind?
It is not a colorblind issue.
You been drinking the wood alcohol again?
They're both red and black. It's not a color issue.
You boys all jacked up on the wood alcohol.
They just have very similar liveries. From the front and back. From the side, they're easy to tell apart.
Did you know that zebras are white with black stripes?
Into the pit lanes goes Max Simmons and Dave Nelson. So Simmons is not going to be one of the last pitters today. Simeon Naku and Mark Sutherland also in the pit lane. So that leaves us with Warden, the man you're on board with right now, Silvio Cortese, Michael Magus, and Ian Ouellette have not paid the visit to pit road, and also Takis Weeks. I missed him. My apologies.
Crazy Cortese.
Speaking of which, on board with the Angry Beaver, Ian Ouellette.
The omelet.
They have a plan. I can't remember what it was. David Brock, who's the other half of the Angry Beavers team, was telling me the other day. They're going to become like Angry Beavers and something Eagles next season racing. That's their plan.
Oh, I
thought Josh McLaughlin gives a bit of a shove off there to Daniel Hernandez.
I thought their plan was going to be the annexation of Puerto Rico.
Oh, I mean, that is a good plan.
What movie
Mark
was
Sutherland
the bad
Little Giants.
Bears? Little Giants, there you go.
Little Giants.
I think I saw
enjoyed
that movie one time when I was much younger.
And all the kids went on to have not particularly notable acting careers. Two of them, I've seen two of them in other things, so not completely without credits to their name.
Is it because they were all abducted and harvested for their organs?
Possibly.
Well done.
Junior Floyd, the quarterback in that movie, went on to do Idle Hands, which was a fairly decent movie.
Good soundtrack.
Silvio Cortese hits into the pits.
There's a song on the soundtrack that's a cover of I'm Gonna Knock You Out, or Mama Said Knock You Out by LL Cool J. It's by the Waking Hours. Fantastic cover.
Dan French, by the way, in the pits to serve a drive-through penalty. Looks like he may have got some track cuts. Race leader Andrew Warden is in, as well as Cortese and Weeks. Magus might become the race leader if he stays out another lap. We'll see if he does.
Don't you call
Cliff
this a regular jam? I'm
Cliff
gonna rock this
Hemian.
land.
Cliff Hemian getting very aggressive in defense there in the Bentley against Christopher Becco, as they both go very off the track at Eau Rouge. That'll be a track cut for sure. You do not want to get a drive-through penalty here. The pit lane is extremely long.
At least 32 feet.
If we get a view of where the pit entrance is and run all the way to the pit exit, we'll highlight that. But it's very long. Hernandez running in 24th place. Pretty solid run for the bronze driver for the Carbones team.
Carbone.
Sporting the Jota Richard Mille livery. What do you think of that livery there, Byron?
Looks like
thumbs up or thumbs
Castrol.
down? It does look a lot like a Castrol livery. You are right on that.
Also, now that you said Carbone, I want spaghetti carbonara.
Oh.
I have spaghetti carbonara.
That is delicious. It is delicious. Down to 13 minutes remaining in the race. So, very much in the home stretch. Oh, Daniel Hernandez gets out of shape, but a very nice save. Will probably cost him a spot, though, going into Blanchiment to the Bentley of Cliff Hemian. And indeed it does.
Hey, whatever happened to, was it Wesley?
Wesley Stokes.
Yeah, no. The homie that was driving the purple car, the Great Babe.
Oh, Tobias Harris.
Toby! Right, Dad, why did I think
Toby
Wesley?
got sick, and unfortunately, we've not heard from him since.
Oh, well, I hope he's not a statistic and he's out there living his best life.
Indeed. Hopefully not a statistic. Hopefully he is still out there living it up, and having a good time. And Toby, if you watch this, Josh McLaughlin ends up off the track. Stop-go penalty, by the way, for Ian Ouellette.
If you happen to find this exact moment in this exact video, please respond.
Well, he used to watch the videos, so if he watches the whole video and gets to this point, leave us a heads up. Guillermo Martinez in 7th place. Martinez having a very good run. Eric Mahoney on board here with the Bentley. Michael Magus ahead of him, as well as Neil Sutherland. A very blank-looking Canada Post car, which I assure you does actually have some sponsors and stuff on it, but you will not get to enjoy them right now. Looks to the inside. Magus gives him a squeeze, but leaves him room. And Mahoney looks like he really wants to get clear here. Definitely thinks that he's got the speed to be a little bit higher than the 15th place he is. And he's probably correct, because he was running near the top 10 for a good chunk of the early going of the race. So the pit stop sequence has not gone his way. He would like to remedy that as much as he can. Oh boy! Lost the back end!
Ding!
And into the wall!
You get extra points for hitting the red spots, right? Like if you hit the spot on the wall that matches the color of your car, you get extra points?
I mean, that would be very unfair to the guys who don't have colors that match the spots on the wall.
Well, that's called fashion. Look it up.
It's like a hard bump there, and you can see the back end is all kinds of estrue. Elects to not pit, which makes sense. There's only 10 minutes left, but it's gonna definitely halt his forward momentum. He just went from 15th to 20th, and now is going to get pressure from the other Bentley in the field, Cliff Hemian, probably fairly soon. We haven't seen who is leading the race, but I assume it's Andrew Warden. Was very much controlling festivities before his pit stop.
That guy better get a whole lot better at racing so I can start making, like, Warden jokes. Like, the Warden of this.
I mean, he's
particular...
winning.
I mean, but is he, though?
As Eric Mahoney goes off again. Looks like that Bentley has definitely seen some better. Oh, boy. Andres Lasudis almost getting rear-ended by Diego Alonso. They got very, very close there through Lake Home.
My goodness.
In the background, you can see Mark Sutherland in the Iron Lynx Ferrari as well in the mix. Jeff Wentworth's up to 6th place. He's having a pretty solid run. Max Simmons is into the top 10 in 10th place. Good work by him. Andreas Lasudis still trying to hang on against the Carbones McLaren of Diego Alonso. This is a big deal because Andreas is a guy who's trying to get himself into this bronze championship hunt. He is the reigning he was 2nd place to Benjamin Adamian last season in the bronze hunt. And he would like to get back into it, but he's a little bit out of it right now after DNF at Kyalami really robbed him of a lot of points. He's currently 3rd in the bronze race today behind Adamian and Arsenault. Like to hang on. And Alonso losing control of the car, and that gives a spot to Mark Sutherland. So that gives Andreas some much-needed breathing room from a bronze standpoint to have the pro-rated Mark Sutherland in behind him. Hemian. Oh, right, there was a second spin for Mahoney. He's back to 20th place. I was going to give an update on him, but then I remembered we did see him spin out again. That makes it a little bit anticlimactic.
He faux show give the entire universe the helicopter.
Mm-hmm. Andreas Lasudis, 17th place, would like better. Up ahead of him is Tommy Kogan, who is on the tail of Simeon Naku. And that is Josh McLaughlin, I believe, in the pit lane in the Honda. So his day was promising, qualified quite well, was running near the top 10, and it looks like it might have been derailed quite heavily now.
Is there any chance that he could re-rail after getting derailed?
I mean, yes, but it's going to be hard to do in 7 minutes. By the way, Mahoney in the pit lane, so he is going to try and fix up the rear end of his Bentley. Shout out to Johnny the Peach in 27th place.
Hey, welcome back, you weird drug addict. I mean, did I say that out loud?
It's very harsh to report that when we have no confirmed evidence on the matter.
I'm not reporting a thing. I'm accusing.
Ah, accusations and slander. Gotcha.
Correct. That's how I roll.
Yeah. Been a bit of a bad day for Dan French, who was really trying to establish himself as one of the big movers and shakers at the ACE rating, but 28th right now after I believe he got a drive-through penalty. And here that is pretty big as we pick up Jeff Wentworth defending against Guillermo Martinez for 6th place. Andrew Warden, by the way, confirmed to be in the lead. We're finally getting a look at the top of the timing chart there. Belanger, Letelier, Cortese, and Dag running off the top 5. It's Wentworth, Martinez, Weeks, Adamien, and Simmons. Silver standings, Martinez, Weeks, and Nelson are your podium. And Adamien, Arsenault, and Lasudis in the bronze category.
As with Mean Machine, as is in life, it's time to go see the warden.
It is. Mean Machine. Mean Machine.
Correct.
Have we finally decided if you're Bob Carter or Bob Likely?
I don't know.
They're kind of the same.
Because Bob Carter does a lot of the... I'd probably be Bob Likely because Bob Carter does a lot of the play-by-play.
That's true. So I'm the Bob Carter, you're the Bob Likely. Okay. Those who have not seen the movie Mean Machine will not understand what we're talking about, but at the same time, you should go do it.
Very rock and roll, Bob.
It's a very good movie. Drive-through penalty for Christopher Becco. So track limits becoming a factor for one of the top bronze trophy contenders.
What's this about tobacco limits?
Track limits, not tobacco limits.
Oh.
Although tobacco limits in racing would make sense because, of course, you know, motorsport has largely banned tobacco advertisements. So there you go.
Thus, proving that big tobacco is a myth because they don't have the money to just buy that outright.
I mean, I remember growing up and like Formula One was all tobacco like money.
Oh,
yeah. You had Benson Hedges, you had Rothmans, you had Marlboro, West. It was every major team's major sponsor was tobacco, and now not
it's
anymore.
Energy drinks and dick pills.
Not so much in F1. I don't think anyone in F1's done the dick pill yet. I don't know why. I mean, that's a huge market. Get on that dick pill, companies.
Has anybody just put a giant cougar across their windshield?
Not across the windshield, no.
Lost opportunity, I feel.
Martinez keeping the pressure on Jeff Wentworth here. Battle for 6th place as we talk about sponsorship. Working their way through Eau Rouge. I'm not sure if we have any dick pill cars in the field.
Fiat, clearly
again,
dick pill.
is surprising. No, that's a car. It's kind of weird seeing Fiat sponsor a Mercedes, but you know, it's what it is.
It's free real estate.
Down the inside of Lake Home goes Guillermo Martinez, and I was going to say it looked like he went off the track. It was actually Wentworth who went off the track, and it will be a spot for Guillermo. So 6th place for Martinez, who's had a struggling season. So it's good to see him mixing it up with the top silvers and with the ace drivers of the series.
And also unleashing the flamethrower out of his hood.
Yes. Chris Rebecco in the pits, and a drive-through penalty for Tommy Kogan. That'll be probably, I imagine, for track limits. Interesting thing at this point, with just 2 minutes left, if he'll even serve the penalty or if he'll just take the time penalty, which is 130 seconds.
Well, if he can go 137 seconds faster, easy money.
Mm-hmm. We'll be demoting him either way. A fair distance.
All the way
of course,
into the dumpster.
And of course, if you're Simeon Naku, who's directly ahead of him by about a half second, you just let him pass at this point, knowing he's got the penalty, and knowing that he's not going to get 130 seconds clear of you. As Diego Alonso continues his battle with Cliff Hemian. Leon Borkin behind them, having a rough day after what was a pretty promising qualifying for the Lambro driver. Things getting dicey at Pouillon.
So
pretty decent day for the Carbonis team as a whole. They've got 2 cars in the top 20, and Daniel Hernandez just outside of it in 22nd place.
So if you get really good at driving that Italian car, would they call you the Lamborghini?
Oh. There's got to be someone who has that nickname. There has
I
to
doubt
be.
it. People are dumb.
There
I'm
has
the
to
best.
be. Although the problem might be that Lamborghini has a weird tendency to fire its drivers a lot. Like Mirko Bortolotti was racing for like 2-3 years for Lamborghini and doing a lot of good things, and then they just said, "Thanks, but no thanks. We're not picking up your contract." And now he drives Hondas.
Italians are somewhat impetuous.
They're a little impetuous with driver decisions. That's true. So, Alonso. Alonso was fighting with Lasudis, so he's actually fallen out of the battle with Lasudis and been caught by Hemian and Bork. So that'll maybe change how you look at the fight.
And your surprise winner, Mauricio
Hemian going down the inside! And he spins Diego Alonso. That might go to the stewards.
Fuck you, Stuart. Oh no. Stewards, not Stuart.
Indeed.
Stuart.
I don't think you'd want to trust Stewart with being a steward.
Would you trust Roll?
More, but not really. As Alonso takes a trip across the grass. Yeah, Diego's car is not looking good right now, but the checkered flag is out. John Picha is finished. So Kogan elected not to serve his drive-through penalty. He's going to take the 130-second penalty. I'm not really sure why we're looking at Diego Alonso right now. No offense, Diego, but there does seem to be some battles going on that I'd like to check out more. And now we're seeing cars that are finishing the race. So that's probably worse. Andrew Borden, your winner from Dom Belanger, Marcelo Letelier, Silvio Cortese, Thomas Dagg, Guillermo Martinez. As Hernan Filippini going side by side with Dan French. And French getting through. Mercedes on Aston Martin. I'm wondering if Filippini's maybe got some fuel troubles, because he looks very slow right now. Maybe a miscalculation on the fuel from the Simtech team.
Maybe.
He is. Just doesn't seem like there's a lot of urgency in that car right now. I know French is kind of, coming through the field, but it's a bit weird that he's opened up let's get a gap here. Come on, timing gate. I really need this data right now. Keeping people waiting. There we go.
93 seconds ahead.
Well, we lost the timing data. So I don't know. Michael Magus finishing in 12th place. Simeon Naku in 14th place. Mark Sutherland 15th. Ayrton Arsenault. Oh boy! We did get the spinning like a top moment.
Ha-cha-cha.
So I did the backup recording for this, and Simeon there just completely T-boned Silvio Cortese, who was stop at the top of Eau Rouge, which is a bad idea. That being said, Naku shouldn't be hitting people on the cooldown lap, but his car basically glitched and started just spinning like a top, like it was breakdancing on my recording. And I'm a little bit ashamed that we're not looking at it right now.
That does sound cool.
Because it was pretty amusing. He's breakdance racing.
I like it.
I think Filippini did definitely have a fuel problem because he has come to a stop, and the checkered flag is not out for him. It's not going to hurt him. He's still going to finish 25th, but I think Hernan, confirm or deny that you had that you ran out of fuel.
Somebody put a ping pong ball in his gas tank.
So everybody appears to be done except for Hernan and Dan French. And of course, the retired cars of LA. Oh, there we go. We have no more video.
Yeah,
all right.
I deleted the game.
All right, Byron, fill some time while I apply the scoring.
Everybody go to twitchtv.com/MioDread and follow bomb the shit out of him because it'll be hilarious. He'll never know what happened. And he'll be Twitch partner overnight.
Oh, that would be much appreciated.
But don't tell him I sent you.
It's too late.
That's the joke.
All right, so with 3 wins through 3 races, Andrew Warden is absolutely dominating the championship right now. He has got 345 points. The next highest is Silvio Cortese, who's not been on the podium yet. 7th, 5th, and 4th. He's got 266. Dom Belanger on 248 is in 3rd, followed by Tommy Kogan, who was in 2nd coming in today. But after a pair of 2nd place, he's got a 23rd place. That might go lower depending on how the penalty works out, because I know that the game unfortunately allowed him to finish on the lead lap. And he probably wouldn't have if he had taken the penalty. So that might change. Max Simmons in 5th place. So Simmons having a good run. Then Benjamin Adamien, the bronze driver, Benjamin Adamien, has 2 top 10s and is in 6th place overall. Wow. Leon Bork, Dave Nelson, Thomas Dagg, and Michael Magus rounding off the top 10 right now. In teams championship news, we have got Silk Sheets Racing leading with 659. That is the team of Andres Lasudis, Andrew Warden, Thomas Dagg, and Antonio Santos. They are leading Malanga Pele's Bar. That is Benjamin Adamien, Juan Borji, Matthias Sainz, and Silvio Cortese. And then Lambro Racing, that is Don Belanger, Leon Bork, and Christopher Becco. Following that is Aka OTL, and then Smashing Beatles, your top 5.
A likely story.
In the bronze category, Benjamin Adamien has won all 3 bronze races and has a perfect score of 105 points. He leads Christopher Becco, who's on 61, Daniel Hernandez on 56, 55 for Ayrton Arsenault, and 50 for Andreas Lasudis. Hopefully someone can start taking the fight to him. It's only halfway through, but when you've got a perfect score through halfway, it's an uphill battle for anyone to catch you. In the silver category, Dave Nelson has the lead with 81 points. He is 6 points up on Michael Magus, who is on 75, followed by Takis Weeks on 64, Guillermo Martinez on 53, and 47 for Cliff Hemian. Interesting note, we've had a different silver winner at every round. Takis Weeks at Kyalami, Dave Nelson at Silverstone, and today, Guillermo Martinez taking it home the top silver honors. So that's nice. Next up on the calendar is a doubleheader in Italy. We'll be going to Monza and then Imola, and then it's to Suzuka for the season finale. I don't really have anything else to add, so Byron, your final words.
Tune in again next time when everybody changes their last name to Giancarlo.